Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Playbook Diaries. I'm your host, Jardin, and I am here with a special guest today, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Malik. Malik, tell everybody hi.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
And he's going to be the guest star today. We're going to run some
Yes, sir.
stories and some questions through him today and get his thoughts on different news and sports. Malik, you ready?
I'm here. Let's go.
Okay. So, update. We just finished watching the Thunder versus the Nuggets game. Did you see the ending?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Thoughts on the game? Well, you didn't realize that it was a close game
Well, okay. I wasn't watching. Yes, I wasn't watching. I kind of was boycotting the NBA privately. I know, lame guy shit. But because they had to trade Luca for no reason at all, kind of killed
uh,
my love for the game.
you
But
saying that
yes,
Dallas you're saying that Dallas
sorry.
kills your love for
Yeah,
basketball when they
I'm
traded
not gonna
Luca?
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Because Luca was ours, and traded him out of nowhere in the middle of the night like that for no reason after just going to the finals. It was just like I just didn't. Nothing felt genuine. To be honest with you, it still doesn't feel genuine. Even more so now, to be honest with you. But
And we'll
I'm
get into
back.
that a little
We'll
bit
get into it.
later.
Yeah. We'll
We'll
get
get
into it.
into
We'll get into it.
that. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, for you guys that missed it, Oklahoma City Thunder is now winning the series against the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
They are now 3-2 in the series. Fun fact that when the series are tied 2-2, the winner of game five has an
Yeah.
81% chance of winning.
That's
So
what they
it's
say.
looking,
Yeah.
statistically, it's looking like the Thunder is going to take it away.
It's
I hope
pivotal.
so.
I think it goes to seven still, though. I think it still goes to seven.
I wouldn't mind it going to seven, but I don't know. The Thunder games just be so boring to me. They're not
I don't
fun.
know. They're
They're
not.
not
They're not. They're
exciting
not. They're boring. I mean, Shy is cool, I guess, but like, I don't know. It's just too many fouls. Like, there's nothing like, live about it. But I'll tell you this. It goes to seven because it's the only good series going on right now. And the NBA has to stretch that out a little bit longer. So it
because
has to go to
everybody else is
seven.
getting blowouts. Everybody else is
I'm
three and
telling
one.
you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The it's not it's I mean, I wouldn't say it's been a disappointment, but like I don't know. It's just a lot of blowouts, a lot of not close series. The only close series has to go 7 games. Has to.
Okay, so you're one of the people that thinks that the NBA is somewhat rigged.
I mean, the lottery
Somewhat.
for sure confirmed it for me. I did not used to believe these things. I did not.
Okay.
After what I've gone through in real life, in real time, I will 100% believe it's rigged now, for sure.
Okay. Okay, so for those of you that also want an update on the other games that are going on in the NBA playoffs, every other series is 3-1. The Knicks are up 3-1 against the Celtics, and the Timberwolves are up 3-1 against the Warriors. The Knicks, obviously, we think. Oh, I'm not gonna say we. I'm not gonna speak for you. I think that
Stafford.
the Knicks are gonna end up taking it, especially after Jason Tatum left the game 2 days ago. By the time this gets posted, it will
For,
be 2 days ago
for
with an
sure, for
Achilles
sure,
injury. He's fresh out of he had surgery today. So
for
because
sure.
he's probably not coming back this season. Well, he's not coming back this season. I think that the Knicks are going
Not
to go ahead
next
and
season
take it.
either.
Achilles injury is only like 6 weeks, right?
No. Achilles?
Didn't
No. He's
Steve tear
gone.
his Achilles?
Yeah, Steve's not an athlete anymore. I'll tell you this. You cannot come back next year after an Achilles injury. He's gone next year too.
Oh, I hate that for him.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but it looks like he's gonna be gone next year too. Achilles is serious.
But at least he has a championship like under his belt. Like
I think
he's a
true.
champion. So
He did get that. He did get that. Even though he's not like, I don't know. Like he should be a face of a league kind of guy, be on the Celtics winning a championship, but like, Tatum's just
his personality's not there.
Hey,
You know,
but that's for sure.
The
But
NBA wants Anthony Edwards to be the face of the league for whatever
yeah,
reason.
well, yeah. I mean, Anthony Edwards, he's cool. He's cool. He's good. Obviously, he's really good. Lucas definitely should have been the face of the league, 100%. But we all know who the new face of the league is going to be now.
Who?
It's inevitable.
Oh, Cooper
Cooper,
Flag.
Cooper Flag. Come
Okay,
on,
wait.
come
Hold
on.
off on
Okay,
that.
okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it
Hold
alone. I'll
off
leave
on
it
that
alone.
conversation.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Just
so
saying.
part of the reason why I think that some of these games are boring in the NBA, it's because
Mm,
there's too many fucking games. Why are there
well,
82 games hosted on 1,000 different streaming services? It's so hard to
true,
keep up as a fan. I don't know
true.
what everybody else does in their free time, but we work, we pay bills, people have kids, people have families, we have to do stuff
I
around the
mean,
house. By
there's ball players that really be watching every single game or catch a game. For me, I can't watch it either till playoffs, to be honest with you, or at least after All-Star weekend, especially during football season. People that watch basketball games during football season, I feel like are insane. Like, I don't understand
Yeah,
how you can do that.
I actually don't, as a avid sports watcher and fan, I don't start watching the NBA until the NBA finals
Oh yeah,
because
well,
I'm just like,
damn.
it's too much to keep
Well,
up with. And there's
what?
overlap of other sports. It's like, oh
I mean,
no.
true, true. I mean, right now, NBA is the only thing that's going on. You can watch NBA now, but
And it's
I
the
think
playoffs. It's the
I would.
playoffs.
Oh no, playoffs. Yo, you said finals. That's why I was like, whoa,
Oh,
hold
no, no,
on.
not the finals. I meant the playoffs. I said
Okay,
finals, but I meant the
okay,
playoffs. I start
okay.
watching
All
during
right.
the playoffs.
No, I got you. Okay, okay. Same. I'm more of a playoffs guy too because there's no point usually. They got load management problems. See, they got too many games anyway. That's why they did the whole in-season tournament just to make something interesting
It was,
because they knew
and
they
then
had
to
too many games.
get the players invested because the players quite literally don't give a shit either.
True,
They're
true.
not playing
Exactly.
hard the first 60
Exactly.
games.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
The
Exactly. That's what
contracts
I
are
had to,
getting bigger, and they're
that's why I
like,
had
"Oh, they're opting out to play." It's like, "Oh, I'm not
I ain't
playing
trying
this
to
game."
hurt. Yeah, I ain't trying to play back to backs. It's different, man. It's a different world. Player empowerment, by LeBron James, honestly. But
Yep.
that's the problem. But so yeah, they got the in-season tournament now to make it somewhat interesting. So you kind of watch that. They change the courts, get your attention. It gets your attention when they change the courts like that. So it's
Very,
just
very briefly. But
yeah.
now on to the news that I know a lot of people are excited about. If you have not heard, you first of all have been living underneath a rock because the Dallas Mavericks,
Hmm.
with a 1.8% chance, crazy odds, officially
Oh,
get the
but
first pick of the 2025 NBA draft for the
crazy,
second time in franchise history,
crazy.
or if you want to qualify it for the first time in draft lottery history. So, since the
Correct.
lottery has been around, this is the first time in franchise history that the
Hmm.
Mavericks get the number one pick,
But
which,
it matters.
when it matters, because who is up on the block? Who is up on the choosing block?
You got, this guy Cooper Flag.
Mhm.
Obviously, I used to know him since high school when he was coming out. Um, the crazy thing is about this, watching the lottery video. I'm sorry, I have to go straight to this. You can see the Mavericks guy. Watch the video, Jordan. I promise you. The Mavericks guy is the only one that smiles without being interviewed. Like he's smiling. Like I don't know. I could just look at this guy. I was like, okay, this guy knows something. What's going on? I
He
don't
knows
know.
something.
I'm telling you, watch the video. Anybody out there, watch the draft lottery video. This Maverick guy smiles. He's the only one not interviewed and smiled. Like Kim Olajuwon smiled because they talked to him a little bit. Zion smiled because they talked to him for a little bit. The Mavericks representative didn't get no one talked to him, but he's like,
He's smiling, so he knew something.
I don't know.
So
I don't know, man.
this is
It's
where we
just
bring back the rigging, the lottery. As I've
yeah.
said before, I think that the NBA lottery is just an opportunity for like, the league to pick and choose. Or be
100%.
like,
It's
nope, it was random. It was random. Y'all saw us
100%.
pick.
Right, right. Nah, 100% because
That shit is not random.
Now it just feels like we traded Luca for Cooper Flag and AD, which is not a bad trade, but it's just I don't know. It just really proved to me in real time that the NBA is rigged. 'Cause there was no reason to do the Luca trade unless we were promised the number one pick. That's all.
Which
That's what it
which is
sounds like.
a decent business decision, but let me ask you this. Would you rather get Luca back or would you rather have Cooper Flag?
I mean, obviously, you guys see how Cooper Flag look. Cooper Flag looks like a better prospect than Luca. He does, 'Cause- but we got to see what he does in the NBA. We got to see if he has that. The thing about Luca, he had the clutch gene. Like you could count on him for the shot at the end of the
Mhm.
game. So like, we got to see. It makes things more interesting for sure. Of course, for all Mavericks fans, because I'm not gonna lie, we was dead. We was dead in the water. Nothing.
Yeah. It
Nothing.
wasn't looking good for us. It was
It looked
like,
like we
what
had
do we do
nothing for
now?
years. Yeah, we had nothing for years. It looked like. It's like I don't know when we're gonna recover. I thought we were gonna. I thought that was all ploy for us to move to Las Vegas. To be honest with you, I was believing
Yeah.
those kind of rumors. But
Mhm.
now it seems. I see what was happening. They made Nico the fall guy. They said, "Hey man, you gotta play this Heat for a little while. Don't worry, you'll be fine." That's the only reason why he didn't get tra- he didn't get. It was just so weird.
That's
He didn't
why he
get
didn't get
fired.
fired.
He didn't
That's what
get
I said.
fired. It
That's what
was
I said.
just
I said, okay, now this makes sense because any other team, someone that high up that made such a bad business decision would have
like
been fired.
it made no
Would have been
sense.
fired fast as
You
hell.
you were just in the NBA Finals, your first year with a fully healthy Luca and a fully healthy Kyrie.
Mhm.
There's just no reason at all to trade Luca. After there was just no reason. There's
There was
no
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 reason.
if ands. He tried to make up something about him being overweight. Obviously, it wasn't true. He tried to say like I didn't like his conditioning. He came to us, put 45 on our head. They gave the Lakers a star to make the NBA more interesting after LeBron leaves, and they got Cooper Flag instead. That's exactly what happened.
No,
That was
that's
the talk.
exactly what happened. It
That was the
all
talk in a garage, a parking garage somewhere. That was the talk. There is there's no other way they traded Luca without knowing they're gonna get the number one pick.
exactly. I
But
think that kind of solidified it. I think it was like, okay, this is blatantly obvious. I don't know if they
yes,
just don't give a shit anymore to hide it.
I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of weird. It was kind
I
of
was
weird how
like,
they
this
doing it
is
like this.
blatantly
It's,
like this is
it's,
so blatant.
it's a
Like,
little too obvious. Yeah, a little
but
too obvious.
it makes sense why Nico was still at all the games because he knew that he was going to
Mm-hmm.
be the
Mm-hmm.
hero eventually. But I'm a girl that
Mm-hmm.
likes stats. I like consistency. So
Mm,
if I have to choose between Cooper Flag, someone
mm,
that's new to the league, we don't know how
mm-hmm.
they're going to perform. We've seen so many
True.
players, transition from collegiate level success and then flop
Right.
in the pros. I
Right.
want the person that has proven that they already fit into the organization and they already
Exactly.
fit the business model and they already know how to perform at this level. I don't want to take my chances on a kid
It
because that's
was
what it
risky.
is.
It's risky. He's young. He just turned 18 like in December.
Like
He's young.
young. So if I gotta put my money
But
on it, I'm gonna go with Luca. I'm like, give me back Luca.
true, true.
Give me
But
the person that had proven consistency, had proven he's dominant in the league because these
right.
players are coming in and they're not really staying long anymore.
That's true. Cooper Fleck is a once in a generational prospect, though. He is. We got to put a
Mhm.
little respect on his name. He most likely is going to be at least like his floor is just like a solid starter, I would say. I wouldn't say like he might be a bench player one day. Who knows? But with him and AD, and I guess Kyrie may come back,
If
you
AD's
know,
healthy.
well, yeah. But they're the cool thing about the Mavericks, they're kind of in win now mode, yes. But when he, after like 4 or 5 years, when he's 21, has more muscle on him, then they start to build around him. So there's a lot more on long term, kind of like Cooper
Mhm.
Flag should be with Dallas for like the next 20 years if they do everything right. But we'll see.
Well, we shall see. There are a lot of
We'll see.
things that go into that. So there were a lot of milestones with this NBA first pick. So, like I
Mm,
mentioned, it's the second time in franchise history that the Dallas Mavericks have received the first pick, but it's also the first time in the history of the NBA, WNBA, where a single city, where the same city has the number one
hmm
pick in the WNBA and in the
Yeah.
NBA. You know, the
Yeah.
Dallas Wings, our WNBA team got Paige
Yeah.
Buckers, my favorite.
hmm
She was my favorite in
hmm
women's college basketball.
She was raised by black people, right?
Not
Like
necessarily.
seriously, she was, right?
Her
Because she be
stepmom is black. Her stepmom is
okay.
black.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
was
I
I
don't know if it was like black people, like if it was a
oh like a
slew of
black.
blacks.
She's not in a black family though, right? Is she?
I think
I don't
her
know.
little
She kind
brother
of.
is. I think her little brother is mixed, and then her
Oh, for
stepmom is
real?
black, and her dad is
Okay.
white.
Her
So
dad's white. Okay. All
yeah.
right. My bad. My bad. My bad. But she'd be acting,
Well, she's
like.
hung around a lot of
Yeah.
black people. She always
Right.
talks about it, and she's a really big advocate on racial equality. So anytime she's
hmm
won an award, um,
She
and
brought it
she
up.
has a platform, she definitely uses her platform to
hmm
spread awareness and try to dilute ignorance. She
Yeah.
always brings attention to Black women in media. She just spoke about it last week during some of her press conferences and interviews after getting drafted by the Dallas Wings and said, Black women are underrepresented in the WNBA.
hmm
Count,
hmm
they're more. black women in the WNBA than there are white women, but most of the coverage is on white women. So she brought light to that fact because I did
True.
not know that. So
True.
she definitely uses her privilege. So she's an
That's
ally in my
good.
book.
And she warms up to gospel music. That solidified it for
Yes,
me. That
yes,
solidified it
she
for me. I was like,
does.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Warm up the gospel. Oh yeah, she one of them. Yeah,
That one threw me off. And then she'll post like what she's listening to, and what's that song where it's like everybody say yeah,
Well,
yeah. She posted that one. I
okay,
don't
I
know the
don't know
song.
that one. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, it felt good though. It felt good. I will say that.
Oh, thank him in advance. I forget who sings it. Not
Oh,
Joe,
okay,
but
that's how it goes. Oh, okay.
yeah. But that was my favorite song. So once she posted that on Instagram, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Ella,
yeah. That
she's
was
got a
good.
fist for
Oh,
me.
okay.
All right. So now moving on, we're done with our
Yeah.
NBA news. Now let's
Okay.
get into a little bit of football. I know it's out of season.
Yeah.
We're diving a little bit into football.
Okay.
So Bill Belichick is
Yeah.
now with UNC, University of North
Yes.
Carolina.
Football. Yeah. Yeah.
And this whole week, coverage has been on his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan. Not to be confused with me, Jardin. I'm not dating Bill Belichick. But
Okay.
and
Okay.
there was a rumor that came out that she had been kicked off of UNC property and was not allowed
Right.
at the UNC football practices, etc. UNC has since then came out and said that report was a lie. They have not removed her from any practices or
Right.
restricted her. They just said simply she's not associated with the football program, so why would she be at practice? It's closed practice.
Right. True.
But my thing is, okay, just some facts.
Mm.
Bill Belichick is 73 years old and his girlfriend is 24 years old. If you are not good at math, that age difference is 49 years.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah.
Quite the
Sorry.
age gap.
Yeah.
But if we go back 2 weeks ago, uh, media was circulating around Shannon Sharpe, who is 56 years old, who had a fling with a 20-year-old.
Yeah. Well, was she
And
20? Was she 20?
people were saying that she was 19, but when I read the police reports, it said she was 20.
Dang. Yeah. Young. Go
19
ahead.
is
Sorry.
crazy. 20 is
That's young.
it's still young for a 56-year-old. And if you're not good at math, that is a 36-year age gap. So my
Well,
question is, Bill Belichick has a 49-year age gap with his girlfriend, and Shannon Sharpe has a 36-year age gap with his fling.
true.
Why is Bill Belichick not catching all the heat that Shannon Sharpe caught a week prior?
Well, Bill Belichick's not, what you deem an attractive person. Number one. Number two. I think Bill Belichick actually likes the woman. Like, to be honest with you, posting her, taking her out. Like, they be going through like, like high dollar A-lister stuff. Like, they was the NFL honors together and stuff. I was like, God dang, okay, like,
So
exclusive stuff.
So you're
But
saying that's the difference between Bill Belichick and Shannon Sharp? Like why it's
public opi
acceptable in one sense
public
and not?
opinion, public opinion, I'm telling you. People are probably like, quietly like kind of happy for Bill Belichick. Okay. Because Bill Belichick, come on. He not, the standard out there when it comes to
Okay.
attractiveness. People don't be like, dang, that's a your mama don't say it's a handsome man when she see you. I'll say that. But I'll with Shannon Sharp, football player, celebrity,
Fit.
yeah, fit, who someone who makes money off their looks too. Like Bill
Mhm.
Belichick's all
And
like,
he can and Shannon Sharp can go in a room and like pick which woman he wants.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, and he got
He has more
money,
choices.
exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
So. It's but hey, well, they call him Unc. He's getting to that age where it's getting a little, a little embarrassing. You're like, all right, man, you're getting a little old. You're like, it was cool. He's kind of teetering in that line. I think this is what's gonna, obviously, I think it'll be a wake up call for him. I think it already has
Shift
been a
his
wake up call.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it already has been a wake up call for him. But I understand. That kind of money, single. You probably feel like oh yeah, you want to buy or buy you whatever, type thing. So
Yeah. So I think you made a really good point. You're saying like, the court of public opinion, and that now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, that might actually be what is the line of what's acceptable and what's not. It's like, okay, Shannon
Hmm.
Sharpe, you have all these flings, like it's multiple flings. But it's like,
Exactly.
well, Bill Belichick, it's a man that we don't see outside of the football field typically.
Exactly.
And, it seems that he's, courting this woman seriously. They
Hmm.
are exclusive and he genuinely likes her. So it's
Exactly.
not seen as it's seen as a little less, even though the age gap is bigger, it's
Hmm.
more appropriate because of the way he's going about it.
I wouldn't say it's more appropriate. I mean, yes, but why he's going about it is definitely better. I wouldn't say it's more appropriate, but it's like more acceptable because of
Yeah.
that. That's the problem. And
Okay.
you got to keep in mind, for 20 years, Bill Belichick was just, the grumpy man
Hmm.
on the sideline for the Patriots who
Hmm.
had this big brain on defense that won 6 Super Bowls or whatever. And, I don't know how many won with the Giants, a couple with the Giants or one with the Giants or whatever it was before he
Yeah.
got his big break to be a head coach. And Shannon Sharp was a young football player who, obviously spoke out a lot, was really good.
Hmm.
Like, people who people aspired to be too. No one really aspired to be Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh yeah, he's a really good coach. So I think people are like, I would say like, rooting for Bill Belichick.
I agree with that because
In a way.
it's the only glimpse into his personality outside of the football field that we've ever
Well,
seen.
100%. It's
So
a
it's like, you
weird
know what?
time.
If this girl is like making him happy, however she got him and whatever her motives
Yeah,
are,
right.
like
It, it,
whatever,
it,
because
it,
we don't hear
it-
nothing
it's
about this man.
it's probably a midlife crisis situation for sure. Everyone, we're all human. We all have wants at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
it's weird. It's weird, believe me. As a guy that grew up watching Bill Belichick, but that's where we're at right now. Uh,
All right.
in
Well,
terms of our age.
I think that was a good point that I didn't consider. So it's always great hearing different perspectives.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to go to our last topic of this podcast episode. This is a shorter episode, but I have to get it off of my chest for the
Okay.
crybabies in the back.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
the Women's College World Series.
Hmm.
We have heard from fans for years. Fans complaining, "Oh, Oklahoma, it's not fair. OU has an advantage. They have the home field advantage because the World Series has been played in Oklahoma City where
Hmm.
um, softball headquarters are, the World Series headquarters, whatever." Um, what are your thoughts? Malik, do you even watch softball?
No. So this is all new to me, but I did do some research. So
Okay.
apparently,
Mhm.
the World Series is held there for the past 35 years,
Okay.
which is like, you know, a generation. And besides the one year of 1996.
Okay.
So obviously, Oklahoma is going off. It's Oklahoma, right? Now, OU
Yeah, OU, the Sooners.
is going crazy for the past, decade.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It might be, a little.
Listen.
It because you got NIL now, and you keep winning championships, and it's just easier to go there. Like, they
Yeah,
probably
okay.
they've probably been profiting pretty well lately.
But this is my whole point.
Softball has NIL, right? I think I'm pretty sure.
Any college, anybody can get paid at this point. So my thing is,
Yeah,
no one was. You said that these games have been held in Oklahoma City for the past
30
35 years, excluding
past 35
1996.
years exactly. Hmm.
No one was saying that Oklahoma had a home field advantage when A&M was winning twice in 5 years, when UCLA was winning them bitches back to back to back. Like no one
True,
cared.
true. Well,
But
now
when
I gotta.
OU just so happens to start winning and dominating because they're getting these players that want to come for the program and for the coach,
Mm,
only then is it like I just feel like people are pulling straws. And my thing is, if you're the best, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best.
true.
So if you can't beat the best, then you're just not the best. Like
Yeah,
LeBron's not fucking crying about like not like playing Golden State Warriors at at their stadium.
exactly.
He
Yeah.
just goes out and tries to win. So it's just like fans, the people complaining about, oh, you having a home field advantage. You're not. Your team's really not the shit if y'all can't beat Oklahoma at home. Sorry,
True. Oh, and OU has lost once.
we have
As
lost.
was they have lost, so that's fair. That's fair. But
I
you know,
understand the level of intimidation, but it's like if these games have been here for 35 years.
let me ask you: is it OU Stadium
No,
and
it's not.
everything?
OU Stadium is
Oh,
in Norman, Oklahoma, so it's about 35 minutes away.
oh, okay, okay, all right, all
So
right,
it's in Oklahoma City where the headquarters are. So it's not on OU's
gotcha.
campus, but it's
Right.
still I guess I mean you can
It's,
say it's still home field advantage because
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a home field advantage for
people are
sure.
willing,
But
everybody will take a 35-minute drive versus, a 10-hour drive or, a flight.
everybody plays better at home. I understand.
But
So
everyone may play better at home, the camaraderie that playing at home brings. But like I said again, when LeBron won his championships, when Tom Brady won his championships, they won on the road as well.
no, you're right. You
So
got to.
everybody else crying about it can get the fuck over it, honestly.
That's right. Jesus.
So, you know, I mean,
Sounds
they can keep
personal.
crying about it, but it's like crying like why you spending time complaining about it? Y'all need to be on the field getting hits in. But yeah, anyways, I'm just like if I don't care. I don't care to hear the crying. It's just like, oh my gosh, get over it. They're even if they move it, like Oklahoma gonna beat y'all at Oklahoma, they're gonna beat y'all in Kentucky, they're gonna beat y'all in Nebraska, wherever. Move the games wherever.
Is it really that big? I mean, I guess it's the college World Series. Yeah, it's a big deal for sure. I'm
It's a
just trying to
big
think.
deal. I don't
Like,
think
does
moving
home
the
field
game.
advantage really show like a big? I guess it could be a big deal. Home field advantage in baseball. Yeah, yeah, it can get
I
loud.
will say, look, I'll give the haters this because I've been to the games before. I was there when
Hmm.
Oklahoma won the national championship in 2023. And that stadium was all OU.
Oh,
Minus like I mean it was 99% OU.
well, to
I
say you
couldn't
got to
even
travel
see.
well. That's the
I,
thing. That's a problem. That's a problem. You got to travel well to
but
be
and
able
that's the
to.
thing. I'm like, well, home field advantage, like yeah, but
Well, I mean,
the
at the end of the
players on
day,
our team be from Hawaii, so it's like their families and stuff are still flying too from Hawaii and stuff.
but you also got to keep in mind, Darden, you're going to be the villain no matter what. You keep winning. It's like
Yeah,
anybody
just
else.
like
You're going to
Bama's the
be the
villain.
villain.
Just like
Exactly.
Bama's the villain. The winners
That's
are
like
always the villain.
exactly. If you win too many times, you're the villain. It is what it is.
And,
And
and
nobody
I'll
can
and
relate to
I'll
that.
take that. I'll take that. Jocelyn
Yeah.
Allo,
Yeah.
Showtime at the Apollo, hard pill to swallow. Oklahoma in two. Boomer Sooner.
I
Yeah.
was not prepared for that. Okay. All
But
right.
no, do you
All
have anything else to add about anything that you've heard in sports
right.
news this week? Or oh,
Yeah.
I meant to ask you
Oh,
something.
what's up?
On the basketball conversation, who do you think is gonna win it all and then who do you want to win it all?
Um, I want the Knicks to win it all, to be honest with you,
When
because
did
it's
everybody
just
become a Knicks fan?
oh, it's just because the problem is they haven't been relevant for like the past 25 years, like most of our life.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of cool to see a city that's been suffering, get this far. 'Cause, they've been starving. I'm sure they've been starving for it. So that's why. That's why I don't think it's a lot of people being Knicks fans. It's people just, kind of room for the underdog a little bit. And
I
but these are
guess.
defending champions, which is crazy. Like it was a good game. Like I'm pretty sure the Knicks were going to win that game
Yeah.
even before Tatum was going to go down. So
Yeah.
no, it's really cool to see. Like they just been built from the ground up. They didn't just acquire a whole bunch of stars. I mean, they got Cat, but and
Hmm.
Brunson from Dallas, but they're kind of like they've been
So the
building
Knicks
up.
are who you want to win, or that's who you think is gonna win
That's
it
why I
all?
want to win.
Who you think is gonna win?
Uh. I think the person who's gonna win is either gonna be the winner of this OKC Nuggets series, to be honest with you. So but I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know. For some reason I feel like if it's OKC and the Knicks in the finals, I just feel like the Knicks, I don't know, OKC's young. They're young.
They are the youngest
So
team in the
so
NBA with the average
we'll
player
see.
being 24 years old.
Exactly. Insane. Insane. It really makes you like, man, once I started being older than players, I really just felt like, man, I ain't doing nothing with my life. Like this is Like once I reached that point in my life, I'm like, I'm older than players now. Like, yeah, Lee, I just,
I
you know,
really
I don't
want
know.
I want the
Confidence is dead.
Timberwolves to win.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want them to
I don't
win.
know.
I really love Anthony Edwards. I know that he's a villain in a lot of people's book, and he still is a villain.
He's
But
fun. Nah, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
he's
live. He's
fun.
live. He's fun.
He's
Yeah,
fun. He's exciting
yeah.
to watch. He's authentic. He's so like real. We really, I mean, we don't
I
really
don't
see
know,
these like
man.
bad
He
boy
wasn't
personas kind of. So I'm like,
true, true. I just hope he's
he's
conditioned
exciting.
enough. That's the only thing. Like, I don't know. Last year when Mavericks was walking him down up and down the court, I just
Mhm.
hope he's conditioned. So we'll see how serious he is. Right now, he's fun though. He's fun. He's fun.
I think
But
if he can manage his off the court shenanigans, I think
that's
he
that's
might.
what it needs to. That's what it needs to be. You gotta grow up a little bit. You gotta mature a little bit.
But he too is young. He's still young
I
too.
I know, I know. That's why it's like, but still, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's crazy calling people who are like 23, 24 young. But like, yeah, they're young though. At the end of the day, they are young. And you know the kind of stuff you were into back then when you were that age. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll
True.
see. That's why I think, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I do want the Knicks to win for sure. For sure, I
Okay.
want the Knicks to win. I think
Well,
it'll be fun.
with
Make
that
the
being
league
said,
interesting.
you got the Knicks. I got my money on the
Ants.
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
You got anything else to add before we wrap up the episode?
I mean, Pickens to the Cowboys is pretty cool. I think that's the first time the Cowboys really made like a big trade like that in a long time.
You said the what to the Cowboys?
George Pickens.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay.
Yeah, George Pickens going to the Cowboys. It's a big deal. I mean, people were trying to poo-poo it because obviously football season is so long away, and this guy had off the field issues. But I don't know. If you go back and look at some media when Randy Moss got traded, people said the same thing. Same thing with T.O. Oh, he got attitude issues. The attitude issues. Sometimes people just need to change the scenery.
Well, my thing is like I don't like the whole thing about like these players have attitude issues. It's like y'all made a fucking sport where people are running at each other full fucking speed and tackling them, and you think that these are going to be the nicest
Right.
people on the planet. Like you,
Right.
this is a sport where they were. I would assume that most of the people that participate in it
Mm.
have anger or aggression issues.
Oh, true.
It's the
True.
whole
True.
premise of the sport.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's what they teach you too, especially growing up in football. But um no, yeah, I think George Pickens is gonna be a good addition. I think it's gonna be exciting. I think that's what the Cowboys needed, some kind of like bad boy mean attitude, like let's go, like kind of like, a dog, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like so
yeah.
I think that's what the team needed. I haven't had that since like Des Bryant. I miss Des Bryant days, man. I'm not
I
gonna lie
think
to you.
that the
But
team needs Jerry to leave.
well, for sure. I mean, that's a given. I'm sorry. If anyone watches or paying attention, y'all know like things ain't gonna change till Jerry go. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to look on the positive. That was something. Them getting another receiver like that. It's the first time the Cowboys have had a legit two number one receivers at the same time. The only
Yeah,
other
I
time
mean, it
was
is something. It is
it's
we gotta
it's a
take our
thing. But no, yeah, yeah. Everybody wants to poo-poo it. I understand. It is
yeah.
something though that we don't usually do. So yeah, I think things will be interesting.
Jerry threw us a bone on that one.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
He said,
NFL
"Jerry,
season starting
shut up."
early this year. NFL is starting on December 4th. It's
You
crazy.
said the NFL is starting when?
Early, September 4th. That's early. That's
Oh,
not usually
preseason.
they're not no. The season.
Oh,
The start September 4th. It's crazy how early it is this year.
it's gonna be
That's
hot.
earliest that's the earliest it's been in a while. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Labor Day, the Thursday after Labor Day,
Oh, but
whatever
aren't some of
reason.
those first games the overseas games?
No. The first game is the Cowboys Eagles, September
I did
4th.
see that.
So I mean, I don't know. Cowboys plus seven. If anyone wants to know, Cowboys plus seven don't worry, it's gambling, it's gambling, don't worry. But Cowboys plus seven. Come on. 7 points, really? 7 points. Philly,
Okay.
what the Philly
Well,
in the summer.
awesome. So while Malik is over there being
Sorry.
delusional about the Cowboys,
What?
um,
All right.
against the
I'm
reigning
saying it's a
champs.
good bet. It's a good bet.
Okay, we'll go ahead and end it there.
We ended there.
Malik, crying. Malik, thank you for joining us for the Play with Diaries. I know this was super short notice, but you did great.
No, I appreciate you. No, this is something I always wanted to do, to be honest with you. I think
How
I
did it
could be really
feel?
good. Good. I
Good. Okay,
thought
I think you went really you sounded really natural.
yeah, no, for sure. That's what I do. I'm here. I'm telling you. I feel like this is my natural state, just being able to talk and just like, get my
Well,
thoughts
awesome. We'll
out.
have you on the show more. Um, Playbook Diaries fans, expect to hear more from my bestie Malik. Um, Malik, thanks again for coming on the show. I'm your host, Jardin, with the Playbook Diaries, and I'm signing out with our guest, Malik, and we will see you guys next week on the Playbook Diaries.
See ya.
Bye.